Given the theme of what we are discussing throughout the day, I think we could find no better person than Mr. Amitav Kant, having been the chairperson or chairman of both the DMIC and the National Productivity Council. And in fact, he's had an illustrious administrative service career. And if I may say so, he is the envy of most state administrators for putting Kerala on the global tourism map as God's own country, Mr. Amitav Kant. He will speak for about 20 minutes and then we'll have a short Q&A session. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, for that kind words. I've had a long-standing relationship with Japan in many ways. I was associated with the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, which was a project in which we very closely worked with Japan. And so I'll give you a broader perspective of our relationship with Japan. And many years back I'd read Ezra Vogel's book. It was a 1979 classic, and it was titled as Japan is Number One, Lessons for America, and it became then a bestseller. That was a time when Japan was really growing at rapid pace of 10% plus, and it was then widely expected that Japan will overtake America very shortly. And there was a huge fear in America, and actually Japanese companies that actually started investing in American companies in a very big way. And Ezra Vogel recently said that actually Japan will revitalize itself through technology, transportation, and its economic integration with Asia. And in some ways I feel that this collaboration with India and its new collaboration on the high-speed train vindicates his belief in many ways. And I'll touch on some of these points. We've had a very close relationship with Japan, both strategically, politically, economically. We've had common cultural traditions. We're committed to the ideals of democracy, tolerance, pluralism, and open society. We have a very high degree of congruence of political, economic, and strategic interests. We have special strategic, if you look at the India-Japan vision for 2025, we have a special strategic and global partnership which is focused on a number of peaceful, open, equitable, and very diplomatic languages, but basically it also focuses on open global trade regime and freedom of navigation and overflight. Japan has played a very invaluable role. Its official development assistance has played a very invaluable role. India has been one of its largest recipients of Japanese ODA. The total commitment of Japanese ODA yen loan to India in 2015 had reached over 400 billion yen, but I was looking at figures from 1956. JBIC by itself has supported, if you were to translate it in today's dollar terms, it's about close to 11.6 billion US dollars. And Japan overall has invested more than 25 billion in different sectors across India during the period 2000 to 2017. Japan is also the third biggest investor in India, and investment from Japan has actually increased very substantially during 2016-17. Japanese investment in India during this period reached about 4.7 billion, an 80% increase over the 2.6 billion of 2015-16. But more important than that is the commitment between the two leaders, Prime Minister Abe and Prime Minister Modi, that the pledged investment of around 35 billion for the period 2014-19 to boost India's manufacturing and investment sector. And their investments from Japan have been rather diverse. We've received FDI during 2016 in areas of retail, textile, consumer durables, foods and beverages, banking, and a vast range of areas. My personal view is that this modernization of India's railways that we have embarked upon opens up very vast possibilities of commercial opportunities for Japanese companies in high-speed rail, station redevelopment, rolling stock manufacturing, and a vast range of areas. We've had a close relationship. Actually, the Delhi Metro was done in close partnership with Japan. That was the first project. Today we are doing about close to 26, 27 metros, which are going to go up to about 50 metros. The Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor was started in partnership with Japan. Actually, JBIC is an equity stakeholder there. And now we're going to do this high-speed train. I think it's important to ask us as to why, as a consequence of the Delhi Metro and many other metros, why did Japan not get into India and start manufacturing of both wagons, electrification equipment, and rolling stock? And why did companies like Bombardier and Alstom got into India? And actually Bombardier started exporting its wagons from its Baroda factory all the way to Australia. And my personal view is that the Japanese companies are extremely highly protected in the Japanese market. They tend to become extremely risk averse, and it's very important. They also not cost competitive, and it's very important. The Japanese strategy has been to support many Japanese companies by assisting them through JICA loans and JBIC. And it's very important that if Japan has to become a very aggressive player in India, it must relocate. Several of its companies need to relocate their manufacturing bases from Japan to India and manufacture in India to become highly cost competitive. India is a very competitive market. I mean, everybody in the world is competing here. Bombardier did that, Alstom did it, GE has done this. All these companies have done this and competed in the Indian market very vigorously. And I think the Indian market opens up that possibility because we're growing at about 7% plus. Our ambition is to grow at high rates of 9 to 10%. We remain an oasis of growth in the midst of a very barren economic landscape. And it's important that Japanese companies relocate their manufacturing. This will enable them to produce at lower costs. This will enable them to penetrate not merely the Indian market, because it's important that Japan and India work together to penetrate third markets. It's important that we penetrate Latin America, we penetrate Africa. And if Japanese and Indian work together, Indian and Japanese companies work together, it opens up a very vast possibility of getting into third markets. Because I've been a great admirer of Japanese technology, and I've been a great admirer of Japanese companies. They are absolute perfectionists. They believe to perfection of a very high order. And there's the second great thing about Japanese companies is that they have this great ability to work as consortium. When they work on high-speed train, several of their companies work together to achieve all the backward-forward integration